And hey, what's up? Good morning. We're working. Well, we're not working. We're trying to work. Hey, and I played up our song. Check this out. Flashbacks, ready? Remember this? Hey, somebody just mentioned that. Who's that? Billy. So there's our song. We'll save that. We'll save that for a rainy day. Actually, Andy Simmons' songs are our number one songs. He wrote his 4 awesome songs last year. So holy cow! Look at everybody chiming in. What's cooking there? What's up, Loretta Lee? We got Cindy. What's up, Bart Deland? Thank you, Ruby. Hey, Telford. Cinco de Mayo. That's right. Today is Cinco de Mayo. Only to be buzzkilled by a beer named Corona on Taco Tuesday. So there's some funny memes going around. It's Taco Tuesday on Cinco de Mayo, only to be squashed by a virus named Corona. Imagine that. So yeah, all right, so what's cooking? All right, well, let's see. I was camping for a few days. Luckily, the weather held off. I was live streaming during our pretty rocky squall line at like 1 in the morning, and then we had high pressure locked in over us here in the southeast, and we still do. And there's been strong storms, middle U.S. coming across through Tennessee, even South Carolina yesterday. This is a current look at radar. These are going to slowly start pushing back south today, maybe Louisiana, Texas, and another shot up. No margaritas. Nope, Whitney. Margaritas are good any time of the day. You don't need to be Cinco de Mayo for margaritas. So, all right. So no Louis cup. I couldn't find my Louis cup, so I'm back to Princess cups today. but anyway, yeah, I'm pretty dark today. Page is real dark, Kathy. I don't know. You might need to turn it up. Yeah, Tennessee got hit hard too, Whitney. Yes, Tennessee rolling. We had a Derecho 2 nights now. Been pretty strong stuff. So let's take a look at what's cooking here in the world today, and then we'll talk about the tropics, because there is a little sign that tropics might wake up next week. Nothing serious. You know, there's a when you say tropics, automatically people think Dorian, Michael. Tropics early in the season usually are just sloppy rainmakers. There's a lot of shear in the atmosphere, a lot of winds aloft, and these storms don't have enough time to really get going. So that's a good thing. So we're going to show you everything up. What's up, Dale? Yeah, it was great, man. We had some good memories. So here's the storm chances today. Again, Tennessee into Carolinas, upper Bama, Georgia, and then we're starting to get a line down here. So there's going to be tornado threats, possible couple tornadoes, southern Appalachians into the Carolinas, and then possible tornadoes. So that's there you go. There's the hot spots for tornadoes today. So unfortunately, we got some instability, and 5% usually means there likely will be a tornado watch later this afternoon. That's today. So the storm threat down in Louisiana and stuff is just mainly wind. There's a little bit of wind chances, and slight hail chances about the same. So there you go. There's the storms today. Tomorrow, not much cooking. And then on Thursday, things get fired up again. We got another cold front starting to roll its way down. So not a lot of too much action the next few days in at least this extreme south. In fact, you can look at a radar. Here's your 5-day radar map, and you can start to see our next front coming down. This is 5 days out. This is through next Sunday. So we're still got a little bit of high pressure. But if you look at the 7-day, you'll start to see a big change in colors. And this is that area we've been talking about. So the 7-day rain map through next Tuesday, boom, South Florida again, more rain. Look at that. That's because we're probably going to have leftover fronts, maybe a little tropical action pushing off to the northeast. So this is mainly a southeast threat for Florida if we get anything tropical. Mainly rain. Could be a little circle coming from the NHC, though. So let me see what you guys are saying. What's up, Casper? Hey, Whitney. Dawn. Bad day, North Carolina mountains. Yes, Dawn. Golf low, Whitney. Yes, we're gonna talk a lot about weather. So let's keep on that today trend. And did anybody actually watch me storm chase at 1:30 in the morning? I was I was feeling no pain. I was a little lit. Quarantine, Alicia. Yeah, we actually went to Chili's last night. Oh my God, look at this. I have to show you my Facebook. We celebrated. We haven't been able to eat at a restaurant in 6 weeks now, and or 7 weeks, 8 weeks. I don't know. It's been forever. So Sarah absolutely loves Chili's. That's her number one spot in the world. So here we were last night, and then we'll get back to weather. There we are. That was us celebrating. Chili's was open. So we cheersed. All right, so let's look at real quick the Carolinas, then we'll talk tropics, because we got a lot of people tuning in from the Carolinas. So let's see if we can look what kind of bad weather they might be getting today. Let's just look at here real quick. We'll look at kind of supercells we're going to get brewing. There you go. You can start to see it brewing. So this is the spot we're watching. This is kind of like where the SPC showed Upper Atlanta, Georgia, a little bit of Bama, Carolinas. This is later today. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. So it'll be afternoon. This stuff's going to start to brew later today. So again, looks like there could be a tornado watch posted. A lot of instability for the Carolinas. We'll see if there's any hail signatures. Not really. There are some hail signatures coming up for Western Carolinas and surrounding areas. So there's good hail threat. And the Cape surface kind of shows that energy focus. And so anyway, yep. Wherever the SPC's got you guys, definitely going to be some strong storms later today, right through this area right here. So stay alert. Could be tornado watches later today. Nothing really down in the lower Gulf. This is mainly just rain and wind. So all right, Panhandle, Bobby, you look good. Panhandle, we got southeast high pressure locked in again. It's been that way for a lot of days. Take a look at it real quick. There we go. High pressure, big H. High pressure's been spinning clockwise over Florida. Beautiful sunsets at night. Crazy sunsets. Very low clouds in the sky. As a matter of fact, when you get a high pressure across the southeast, it's pretty clear. Here's a good look. This is as the sun came up this morning. But, very low cloud, no clouds, high pressure, kicking, not much action here along the southeast for far as clouds go. So that's what we're watching right now. So yeah, Kara, I don't know. We've been having front after front. As a matter of fact, one graphic I do want to show you. This one right here. This is on Tropical Tidbits. This is your temperature anomaly for the next 7 days out through May 12th. And it's kind of talk of the town. Everybody's showing we're going to be much lower temperatures, Florida Panhandle northward up through the Midwest. But these are cooler temperatures than averaged, and up to 6 to 7 degrees. Purple, 6 to 7 degrees cooler than normal. So the parts of Carolinas northward, it's going to be chilly the next week. The next week, chilly. Then guess what? Things start to return to normal. So it's going to be chilly middle May, though. Look at this. Through May 19th, we're still going to have above average temperatures here. Florida Peninsula, not you guys, sorry. But cool weather. Then we get to week 3, warm up. Week 4, warm up. Week 5. So maybe 2 more weeks of cool weather. And then, hey, Cindy, no, I gave up on those meteor showers. I see the meteor shower posts, and I share them, and I get everybody excited, and then I go out there and see nothing. So I'm not going to be a media chaser ever again, that's for sure. Not for me. So yeah, Taylor, South Carolina, you guys had that crazy near Columbia tornado. Anybody getting hurricane kits? Not yet. This is Hurricane Awareness Week. I don't really share that as much as I probably should, but National Hurricane Center. So they're showing. Where is it actually? What is National Hurricane Center? Let's try to get National Hurricane Center. So it is National Hurricane Center. There it is. Preparedness. They actually have a. All right. So here we go. This is everything. Webinar. Here it is. Be ready today, May 1st. Weather.gov Hurricane Preparedness. Here we go. We're officially in Hurricane Preparedness Week 2020. And all the weeks are here, May 3rd through the 9th. So we're actually 3 days in. Here's all your themes. Determine your risk. Determine an evacuation plan. Assemble supplies. Get insurance. Strengthen your home. Help your neighbor. Complete a written plan. And I think I got this link on my site way up top here. Hurricane plan. Look at this. So right here, same link. Kind of the same link. Maybe I should add it. I'll add the link. I'll add the link right up here. All right, so let's talk about. Hey Jen, I got my weather radio too. It's a little thing. Do you see how little it was? I was like, it can't be it. And I open it up. It's like a little box. It's so cool. Yeah, it's gonna fit perfect. Yep, it's pretty neat. So we all got this hurricane kit on Amazon. It was really neat. In fact, I'll show everybody which one I got and everybody else got. We were shopping one day online. So let me go to my history here on my other page because I don't know what kind of stuff's going to pop up. All right, so this is the one we got. It's a little guy. It's only about that big, but it's only 27 bucks. Got almost 5-star rating. It's solar power. It's got a little hand crank. It's got got AM, FM. It's got all the weather radios. Got a light. Got a charge, USB charge, I think. Yep, it has a USB charging port. Isn't that pretty cool, man? Look at that. That's awesome. So we all got them. Yeah, what's up there, Jen? All right, so we're streaming. There's not a lot of people on there because nothing's really cooking yet. This will be our graphic we're always watching. We're waiting to see if we're going to get a little yellow circle here, and I'm going to go into that here. Let me close out some windows, and we'll talk tropics. Get ready for our 919 tradition here. Sponsored by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Not official tropical season yet, but they're on for another year, so big thanks to ABC. Don, 7 hours. You got to crank it for 7 hours? Well, I guess if you're stranded, it's better than nothing, right? Yeah, all right, cool. All right, so here's our page. As we always mention, the number one question I always get, if you want to support Mike's Weather page, the easiest way to do it is right here. Become a supporter and get your cool little badge. And if you appreciate everything we do here, then there you go. Be a Facebook supporter. But here's what we're watching. All right. So let's look at some models here. This is what I posted. That's what I was looking at. This is what I posted earlier today. All right. So here we go. So the GFS in the Euro. The Euro, this is their ensemble map. This is what we go to a lot. This kind of shows you general areas of thinking on the Euro with all the little ensembles. GFS has been hitting the same thing. So what we have is high confidence that over the weekend into Monday, we're going to have a frontal area left behind in the Gulf, and it's going to have a chance to spin up into a little low pressure area. And Weather Nerds has a really good graphical map on their site too. So let's take a look at that real quick. We can zoom in. This is weathernerds.com. So let's loop it, let it play here. This is the Euro, but this is the general thinking. We're going to have a front come down Saturday, Sunday. There's energy coming in off of Texas and Mexico here, and it's going to merge in with this little low pressure area. And we're going to start to see them pop up about right now. Here we go. These are just the tracks. I need to put lows on. Update plot. There we go. So we'll start the animation over again. So let's see here. As we go through time, let's see. This is going to be over the weekend. I'm going to stop it about right here. Okay, so now we're starting to see a couple of ensembles, not a lot. Remember, there's 51, I think, Euro ensembles. So not all of them are predicting it, but we're starting to see a cluster of low pressure here showing that there's a chance we could have a centered low pressure area. Doesn't mean hurricane, doesn't mean anything other than a low pressure center. But this is, we say at every one of these live broadcasts, we talk about tail end of fronts. Typically are areas early in the season that give us our first tropical system. Doesn't mean a hurricane. There have been hurricanes early in the year, but you need time and low shear among many things. And this one will have a lot of shear in the Gulf because we're going to have another front come down, swoop whatever it is across Florida. And you can see this with the Euro. This is the whole general thinking, if something were to happen, it would, maybe even have a chance to really get going on the other side of Florida out to sea. And it could strengthen out here. So there you go. There's the Euro. GFS showing very similar. Let me see if there's anything else here on Weather Nerds I want. I don't think so. So let me do that one. Let's go to the latest GFS and we'll look at some rain. And then we'll see what you guys are chatting about. So here we go. Let's look at we'll look at Gulf rains and just kind of get an idea what we could be looking at. And then I'll show you the fronts that are coming. So the fronts that are coming are going to actually tear apart. This one doesn't even show low pressure, but we can still show you. It's highly pixelated. All right, so here we go. So here's that. All right, this is kind of hard to, it's really not really high quality graphics, but this is your weekend front. Friday, Saturday, we got a front coming down. There's going to be a big plume of energy in the Gulf. Here it is. It's just a big clump, big blob. And basically, if it does get in anything, you can kind of see some low pressure isobars here. This is the 06Z. This overnight was a little bit more organized. You can see some, tightening up right here. But we're going to have another front come down first part of the week. And either A, this little low is going to break off and just kind of meander south, or it's just going to all get entrained into this front and get shoved off. So again, it's a southeast Florida rain, big blob of rain. Could be a lot of rain Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Could reform out here over the Atlantic. But again, these early season systems typically are not strong. Nothing to stress about other than rain. Could have isolated tornadoes in off of the water, which we have been anyways, due to these storms coming in off the Gulf. So I mean, that's isolated tornado threats are always there. But as far as a category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hurricane, very, 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 very unlikely. Just a tropical rainmaker, and it's interesting. Here's the progression of our fronts. So here's Friday. Here's our main front. Saturday, our front gets down into the Panhandle. All right, and here's Sunday. Here's that front. Okay, and we got already low pressure kind of hanging out around Texas and Mexico on the Pacific side. But all this just kind of meanders over to the Gulf. Has a day here to maybe try to spin up. But then on Tuesday, there's our next front coming through. And either A, pushes our little low southward, but likely gets sucked up into our low pressure and shoots it across Florida. So again, not a lot of stress to worry about. This time of year, you get a lot of shear. Wind shear is strong with these fronts. A good model map is on Tropical Tidbits. We look at the upper level shear. We can look at that one zoomed in too close. We have to go to Western there, and we got right here shear. So anything red is extreme amounts of shear. You can't have this much shear. So here we go. Here's the weekend. All right, so here's the weekend. This is Sunday, Monday. Lots of shear. We got another front coming down. So again, brief window of maybe developing into like a heavily skewed tropical system, but you'll be hearing a lot about it because the models keep showing. So again, more than likely it's going to be a Florida Peninsula rainmaker Sunday, Monday. And again, we know we can always have squalls in off of the water where you can have an isolated tornado threat, but that would be it. So that's how these early season systems things go. In fact, I think I posted a picture yesterday showing you, which is really fascinating to people. They talk so much about. There goes Louis running by. He's like a horse. So let me show you. All right, here we go. This is what I want to show you. This guy right here. So here we go. All right. So this actually, we've had a name system each of the 5 years. So we've had a system Anna in 15. We had Bonnie in 16. We had Alex in 16. We had Arlene in 17. Alberto in 18. And that one actually got up to Tropical Storm. And then we had Andrea last year. Why would Andrea be listed? What's our names this year? I thought Andrea was this year. Well, it's Arthur. That was last year. So Arthur's our first one. But I have that link on my site. Everything I click on, I have a link. Names. So anyway, so it's not uncommon to get a name system. Okay, I see you there, Susan. Or Don. So yeah, even though the system starts before June 1st, guess what? We've had tropical name systems every year in the last 5-6 years. So it's not uncommon. Doesn't mean we're going to have a busy season. Here's Louis. Somebody just asked for Louis. There's your cameo appearance, Louis. We've got to keep his name tag as we market him. So what do you think? Say hi to everybody. Can you wave? He's our boy. All right. Enough of that. He's a good boy. So there you go, Don. That's for you. So, all right. Well, that makes sense, right? Weather, storms again today. Last 2 days have been pretty strong across middle U.S. into Tennessee. Storms today for close to Carolina and surrounding areas. We got a cold front coming down over the weekend. Temperatures are going to be cold the next 2 weeks from the Panhandle north. Hot out west. Tropical possible activity brewing. We'll see if they have a 5-day circle from the NAC. That'd be something else. Casper, I'll give him one. Hey, Deuce. Darcy, yeah, he's my boy. We take him everywhere. Never enough Louis. No, he had a good time this weekend. As a matter of fact, let's see if I have any cute pictures of him as we talk. So, yeah, shoot me any questions if you guys got. As we kickstart the season pretty soon, starting to get a little bit more chatter on the news about the season. Definitely hurricane projections are above average. I don't think I've seen one that was average. I think I've seen pretty much every hurricane prediction I've seen is calling for above season average. I can believe it just based on the fact that the waters are hotter than normal and we're going to be in a neutral to La Nina pattern. So you just add those two factors among normal years, then you're going to have higher percentages. So and nothing Cindy, nothing Africa this time of year is usually non-existent. The Atlantic's way too cold and a lot of shear. Typically, I don't think we ever have anything coming off Africa until July, possibly. We might have one or two pop. So I was trying to find a cute picture of Louis here. There's one. Yeah, this is a good one. I was just bore you with one more picture. Here's Louis. We had him on the dock. He wasn't too sure about it. He was like planted. He's like, take your picture. Hey Kyle, I hear you, man. You know, I know. I've never really got too wrapped up in these early season predictions. Bridget, yeah, we've been talking about it. Yep, there's definitely a chance of low pressure forming Sunday, Monday in the Bay of Campeche or Lower Gulf. Let's look at a couple more ensemble maps. Again, the time, there's not a lot of time for this to develop. So these early season systems, here's the ensemble. Yeah, there's a lot more on the Euro now, But see, this is what happens. All right, so I mean, I sound like a broken record. It's every year. Oh, hey, Melissa. Yeah, we talked about that. Listen, 2 more weeks of cold weather. It's crazy. They're calling for 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 degrees cooler than normal across the Mid Atlantic the next 7 to 8 days, and then it's going to be 3 to 4 degrees the following. So it might not be till end of May. Yeah, murder hornets. Let's talk about murder hornets. I've seen that on my news feed a bazillion times. What's up with that? Oh my God! Hey Taylor, hurricane season. I think we're gonna have more. I think it's gonna be strong. I mean, just because the water's hot. Here, let's get back to what we're looking at now, real quick. But yeah, this is good. These are all, this isn't all the Euro ensembles, but the general thinking is, weekend front, energy hangs around, has a brief shot to maybe try to deepen up a little bit. Another front's coming down. It's going to get sucked up into it and then race off to sea. So there's one way to look at it. There are a few now. There's a lot more than there were a couple days ago. Doesn't mean we're going to get anything. It just means, starting to be that time of year where the models start to see the chance. And here's some color. We haven't had that much color. This is just a percentage of all the models put together, and it is blend of big color. This is just a probability map. We'll see if it gets a little higher. This is let's look at 6Z up here. See if it goes out that many days yet. 6 days. Yeah, not yet, really. So, no stress. Nothing to worry about yet. So, deuces. Mason, yeah, I've heard that analogy before. For some reason, they've compared it to 2005. Hey, Paul, what's up, Cape Cod? Thanks for being a supporter there. Yeah, Don, we don't want no murder hornets. That's for sure. I did have a buddy step on a stingray. Phil, right? Phil does some help with me. We were camping, and he stepped on a barb. Had to go to the hospital because he started feeling pain shoot from his heel up to his ankle, then up to his knee, and the barb got stuck. So when they say do the stingray shuffle, do it. We were waiting out there. It was fun. So yeah, we look at the season too, by the way. I mean, I think I added the link. Hope I did. Climatology, let me see. Yeah, all right. So when you look at the season, I mean, this is typically early in the season where we get action. And then, July, things start to pick up. But you can see we really don't get anything until August into Middle Atlantic. So everything we're looking at right now is homegrown. We're looking close. In fact, I showed this stat before. There's only been 2. Well, this year there's been 3. They actually have to update this. Well, we had one over here. But up to 2015, there's only been 2 cyclone points in 160 years. 166 years. There's only been 2 in the month of May for the early part of May. May 1st through the 10th. Look at that. So it's very uncommon this early in May, but when you get a little bit down into middle May 11th through 20th, over the 160 years, you can start to see all the name systems over 160 years. Not a lot, but they're specific, getting hot. And then as we get into the end of May, again, here's 1st of June. Look at that. Really getting a bunch of them. Again, look at that. Everything east of the Lesser Antilles. We really don't get anything until, let's see, probably we had 1 stray in the end of June. There's a few in July. So July 1st is when we really start to get any possible systems east of the Lesser Antilles. I think I said east, but anyway. Campeche. So anyway, what's up, Robert Travis? Yeah, any more? Let's talk. Oh yeah, poor Phil. He was his flip flop broke. Yeah, and I posted a picture of my shoe because it was a funny story. Because we're out there trying to walk in mud. So, I don't even know if I put it online. I put it on my weather site. I didn't put it on my personal page. But I actually took my flip flops and I wire wire tied and duct tape. Because if you ever try to walk in mud, when you try to walk in mud with your flip flops, not easy to do because they stuck. And then you like, oh, it's like you're walking in quicksand. So I'll show you my $2 invention here. Let's see, where did I post it? I don't even know if I posted it. Anyway, all right. There you go, Whitney. The ITCZ zone, the Intertropical Convergence Zone here. We have that. And right now it's pretty far south. I'm trying to find my picture. Oh, mobile uploads. Here it is. It would have been mobile. Mobile uploads. Yep, there you go, Don. It was classic. There was no alcohol in the making of that. But it worked. Okay, well, where is it? I see. There it is. I was trying to find it. There you go. So there, if you're trapped and you need to wade, and you got some duct tape and zip ties, man, you can MacGyver anything, and it worked. So don't judge. Yeah, Phil's looking good now. He came back. So here's the Intertropical Convergence Zone. You can see it really good on the current winds of the earth. It's really far south usually this time of the year. In fact, there it was way south. Look at that. But usually it's around what, 5 degrees maybe? I don't even know. Zero, well, a little north of zero. Should be zero, but little. But anyway, it's a borderline that we get with the winds, and it definitely starts to help spin tropical systems. It's a fascinating thing because you get the winds from the high pressure to the north, and then we get the pressure from the south, and it actually starts kick-starting systems and spins them across this line, and then they usually break off if they get any sort of strengthening. They'll break off from that line, and they'll gradually go north eventually, and they'll find a weakness. But they all begin this ITCZ zone. There you go, Whitney. Yep, on the equator right now. Good job. There it is right now. See the equator. See it? All right, what else is cooking? Yeah, no spinach. Stepped on a pop top. Yep. That's what that was. All right. So we got some fun stuff to watch. Here's the Saharan air layer. We don't look at this time of the year really, but there you go. This will be a good map. Bay News 9 added this. It kind of shows you the winds. There's your huge Atlantic high pressure system. It's got some good maps there. And we'll be watching this front, you know, let's take a couple more look at some animated stuff. See if the new 6Z Euro runs out too far yet. I don't know. I don't think we get centered. Yeah, we do. 3 hour. Yeah, it's not going to go out that far. Does it go out that far yet? Ah, it's still running. So we're on Saturday. All right. So this is the latest Euro. It's the 6Z. It's running right now, but you can start to see the front develop right here. This is Friday. That's as far out as it's gone. 90 hours, I think, is as far out as it goes. So this will be the front we're watching Friday, Saturday. This little energy coming off Texas and Mexico here is going to try to brew into something in the Gulf. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's nothing to stress about. Likely just going to add rains. All right, so here we go. Here's the weekend. There's our front. This is Saturday morning. So there's our, horizontal front energy here, big time. And the Euro tries to spin it up into a little tropical something right here. Not a lot of time. It's only got a day or two. It's got a lot of shear. But eventually, either A, it just breaks apart and hangs around the Yucatan, and a big blob of rain across South Florida on Monday. So again, Sunday, Monday, Florida Peninsula, into Tuesday maybe, we're going to have a lot of rain. And then it might redevelop out here in the Atlantic and then be gone. But it might be enough to give us Arthur. They'll be talking about it. You can bet. You can bet they'll start saying tropical trouble this weekend. Hey, Sandy. Yeah, Louis is the best. All right, is anything else cooking? Yeah, Whitney, that's a big high pressure. Yep. They said that could be the story of the year. If that Bermuda high stays strong, it'll be big influencer on where all of our systems end up going. And there it is, 1020 high. Look at that. Boom. Big high pressure. All right, anything else good? Dust in the wind. Yeah, Taylor, it's hard to tell on that dust. I think it's just a natural phenomenon. We'll get it once the storms off Africa start brewing and winds pick up. It'll push all that sand and dust. Yeah, I just wondered if you just took a garden hose and just kind of like sprayed Africa down, would it help? But we want dust actually, so we wouldn't want that. We wouldn't want storms. All right, what else is cooking? Thanks, Rebecca. It's the weather page is a huge work in progress. It's been my baby for sure. Added some cool things. I got my YouTube channel, by the way. I have it off during the live broadcast, but you can see live weather. I added the Twitter feed to a page on my app, which is really cool, real crisp, real clean updates. So if you got the app, I'm actually doing some work today to get a Facebook login for some reason. Stopped working. I don't know why. So I'm fixing that. So I send out text alerts. You know, I send out notifications. I have some cool pages. I got the first reason I developed the app was people wanted a screenshot of the page because it takes so much data to open the page. So I pay a company that actually, it's a on-demand screenshot, but when you access it, it creates my page into a simple screenshot, one JPEG. So that's a cool feature. I have a condensed version of the site with less graphics. I have the YouTube channel. I have the Facebook. I have a Twitter feed now. We have a lot of live links, so people like it. So anyway, but yeah, all right. What else is cooking on? What's the true answer, Brittany? What was the truth? Oh yeah, water hose. But the thing is, we want dust. Dust helps choke hurricanes. Amanda, yes. Well, don't be worried. No, Amanda. The only, we've had some pretty strong squall lines this season. I mean, so, it's just going to be that. It could be some big rain and wind. We could have possible strong weather. I mean, anything, just like we've had with any squall line. Yeah, it could be South Florida rough weather, but just stuff you expect with the normal strong, afternoon thunderstorm or these spring squall lines we've been getting. Nothing organized, huge wind events like a hurricane. Just the chance of a supercell that creates it. It'll be quick and gone, but we're definitely gonna have some unsettled weather in South Florida Sunday, Monday. I'm telling you. Swap that E for an A. I got cool, Whitney. What else we got? Blah, blah, rain. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, what's up, Angela? I missed you too. We're back. Jennifer, it's this weekend. We got a front coming down Saturday, Sunday, and some of that frontal energy is going to stay behind the Gulf, so it's going to have a brief little window to maybe try to become a TD, tropical storm possibly, wet tropical juice for sure, likely. Going into South Florida into Sunday, Monday. So it's quick. Doesn't have a lot of time to do much. Oh, Mother's Day. Holy cow, I forgot Mother's Day. Oh my God, Mother's Day. Is it this Sunday? Yes, good. Do your shopping. See, Casper? Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And the Mr. Moms. Yeah, Amanda, it won't have time. These things take time. At least 3 days. 2 to 3 days. And you got to have everything perfect. This time of year, you get a lot of shear, a lot of wind shear, and you have not ideal water surface temperatures yet. I mean, it is warm enough right now, but it's not like the real potent heat that you need later in the season. So, you eliminate a couple factors, then it's very, very, very unlikely. But the hurricanes and stuff take time, no matter what. They need time. They just don't spin up unless, Not with a lot of shear around, so. I know, Ruby, no softball. Can you believe it? Yes, Don. Got a few days. Yeah, my mom's 80, pushing 80. What do you do, man? I'm running out of gifts for her. I tell her all the time. When she tells me she starts forgetting things, I'm like, well, I'll rewrap your gift from last year. Maybe you won't remember. But we have that relationship. We have a good mom. So look at it. Look at the winds going over Dominican Republic here. This is always fascinating. These are your lower level winds, surface winds here. But look at that. This is actually, Puerto Rico. But look at the winds. They actually hit the mountains and they go around. They go around the island. They detour around the big mountains. Look at that. And they find their little gaps. The winds find the gaps. And that's why they say the Bay of Campeche sometimes can help spin up tropical systems. The way that the mountains are and just the structure of heating and cooling sometimes spins up these systems later in the season, counterclockwise, and get going. So I'm gonna go have coffee with her here in a minute, as a matter of fact. So, but hey, if you're just tuning in, we're down to 300. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, Don, me too, man. Every day's a gift. No regrets. I remind myself if anything were to happen, then hopefully it won't hurt so bad because I at least call Mama. Let them know you're thinking of her. And, that's good. Nope, no gassing up the genie yet. It's too early for that. So yeah, that's about it. We'll see what later today brings. We'll have new models coming out. Here's the shear, a lot of shear in the Gulf. When we get these fronts back to back to back, it's in the cool weather that we showed earlier, a lot of high upper winds that'll probably keep this into a big sloppy mess. But I wouldn't be surprised we get a little circle pop up here from the NHC. 5 day out would be tomorrow-ish, so they still have a day before they do anything. If they were going to highlight it as a potential area to watch. So there you go. Timing, sure, Jennifer. Anything for you. All right, so here's your timing. This is general Euro. You can look at all the models, but and if you've been following me long enough, I don't look at one model and post to get everybody excited. I wait to start to see consistency in models, and everybody that guesses weather is going to be wrong more than right. But I usually don't post things in models like this. If there was a lot of discrepancy between models, I would note it. But all the models are pretty much on par. And then what I usually do, I'll look at the surface map charts, and you can just kind of get a feeling of what's happening. Friday front, Saturday front, Sunday front, and then it stalls Sunday, Monday, and then there's our little window of something, and then here comes our next front Tuesday that's going to pull it on out of here. So you get the idea. But here's your timing. Today we got our storms coming into Western Carolinas and surrounding areas again. A little bit of rain down in Louisiana. But here we go. There's a little front. This is today's little front, today to tomorrow. Little front, maybe some drizzling rains in Florida tomorrow. But then our next biggie front, and some of that energy, look at this. You kind of see it too. So the little front that we have coming, this is tomorrow night. And some of that energy gets pulled back up around. You can see it. And here's our next front over the weekend, kind of bigger front. Here's Friday afternoon. This is Friday afternoon. Here's overnight Friday. This is into Saturday morning. So here's Saturday, 7 a.m. There's our frontal boundary. And there's that big glob of moisture still, kind of leftovers from tomorrow's front too. But it all ends up kind of hanging out. And then there's your brief window of a little bit of low pressure trying to build. And it's been the year of the blobs. I will say, what we've seen with these squall lines this year, this is where the models have been a little inaccurate as far as the intensity of these squall lines in the Gulf for the Florida Peninsula. But, with the Gulf warmth the way it is, we could have that blossom into a bigger blob to watch. But this is Sunday at 7 a.m. And here we go. This is where it all gets pulled. We got another front kind of making its way down, but here we go. This is this big sloppy mess now. This is Sunday night. And then here it is in a Monday morning. So Monday morning, look at that. I-4 south. And then finally gone by Tuesday. Maybe a little lingering low pressure down there. Or kind of backs up a little bit. Look at that. So front could stall out early next week. This is next Tuesday, week from now. Front could stall out, maybe even back up, which we've seen have happen a lot. So that's when they say a stalled front, and then it gets pulled back upwards. And so lots of interesting times ahead. So the only thing I will say with confidence that might not be being discussed right now is if you're a South Florida fan, you can say you heard it here first in Mike's. That Sunday, Monday, we could have tropical juice and squally weather coming in off the Gulf, anywhere, basically the whole peninsula. And, I'd be watching if this does blow up into a bigger blob of big winds. So, yeah, Cindy, that's what they're worried about. Anytime you have heat, anytime you got a big high pressure in the Atlantic, it drives the Cape Verde systems a little farther west. It only takes one. Hot water is big key and no shear. My generator pick, heck yeah. The coolest generator on the planet. I've had it from experience, and it's the cheapest generator on the planet. It depends on your budget. But this is the best one, unless you've got the money for a Honda. But this little guy right now, look at this. That's 1,200 watt. You don't want that. You got to make sure you get at least 3,500, 4,000 watts. And one thing about generators you got to be careful about. Let's say you buy a 5,500 watt generator, it's only good. It splits up the power, so you just can't plug in it's still control. You only got so many amps. That's why this little guy right here. Let's see, where would the cheapest one be? They're usually about $300 with free shipping. They went up a little bit, $349. Inflation. All right, so where to go? Just close your eyes while I look. Well, they've made them fancier looking too. All right, here's the basic one, $349. Free delivery. There you go. This is the one I took camping for so many years. So this one's got a 30 amp plug, which is kind of cool. If you have an RV, it's got a 30 amp plug. A couple 110 outlets. And it'll run. It's only 68 decibel too. That's the key right here. Most of your cheaper generators are very loud. Very loud. This one's low. This is pretty low. Now, an inverter generator are the ones like Hondas. But this is the one, 3,500 watt, $350, free shipping. These inverter type generators, these are like the Hondas. They actually got a cool one right here. They're a few $100 more. Let's see if they got a good cheap one. This is a good one. This is a newer one. I love this company, man. They got so your inverter type generators are much quieter. This is 64 dBA. So if you want a quiet generator, Honda, anything in the low 60s decibel reading, is what you want to get. Decibel readings are your friend. If they don't list it, then stay away. Here's a dual fuel for $400. These are propane, I believe. Yeah, propane. They actually run on propane. So I just love this company. So now this one doesn't tell you the noise, but propane's kind of cool, So anyway, that was a 10 minute answer for a 10-second question. Hey, I can do that, Marianne. I'll do that for sure. Yeah, Whitney, they're loud, man. But hey, if you got a loud generator, all you got to do is take a card table and put it in front of it, not against the exhaust. The exhaust needs to go the opposite side of your house, but you can put a generator in the front side and it'll block a lot of the noise. There you go, Whitney. Hey, there you go. No hurricanes yet, Meg. No, we're just talking about wet tropical juice, moist weather. For South Florida Sunday, Monday, maybe Tuesday. So, all right, been an hour. Cool, you guys are great. Hey, spread the word, man. We got a great group here. Everything's a little quiet right now. Tell the NHC, boy, if the NHC lights this up, then the media will take a break from killer hornets and talk about the tropics. Yeah, Don. Yep. I'll upload it to YouTube. So, all right, cool, man. Well, we'll see how it goes. I'll be tracking it. Moist. There's our word. Get the bingo game ready. All right. Well, listen. As always, you guys can email me. I usually answer all my email questions. Facebook's tough. I don't see them all, but we have a great group of people online that will help too. So usually, if you have a question, if you post, somebody will answer you, which is cool, man. So, yeah, man. There you go. Peace out. All right. We'll do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Wednesday, so we'll do our 919 tomorrow and talk about what's cooking. So have a great day. Thanks for watching, tuning in, and we will see you. Yeah, and drink lots of Corona and margaritas today. Go figure, right? The irony. See ya.